Have you ever wanted to go to a Renaissance festival, or ever just wondered what goes on? Maybe you've thought about being a vendor, actor, performer, or volunteer. Well, we're in the business, so join us, and we'll take you to a fair, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two from people actually in the business. And we'll give you some inside info, tips and tricks on how to get started, no matter how you choose to participate.
When we met, you thought that I could probably change. I warned you then that, baby, I don't sing.
We're Keith and Kim. Everyone calls us the Mississippi Gypsies, and these are our memories.
The Mississippi hippie, I know you. Yes, I love you guys. Follow you all over the place. You all do a good job.
This is the Mississippi Renaissance Festival. Planning a festival takes months of preparation for everyone involved, no matter what your intentions are, vending, attending, or performing. First, you gotta find the event. And in this world, we use websites like Fair Finder or the Rent List. For patrons, you'll get info on what's going to be there, and the website, which will give you the rules and tell you up-to-date information on what you can expect. For the vendors and performers, you need to apply via the fair's website at least 3 to 6 months in advance, and we'll cover both in more detail shortly. Kim and I arrive early to plan our shot list and do a walkthrough at the rehearsals so we can get our filming schedule in order. It's all hands on deck and long nights before opening day. Guests arrive up to an hour early before the gates open. And yes, at most events you are encouraged to bring wagons, chairs, water bottles, comfortable shoes, and umbrellas or parasols. Just don't be that guy at the front row of a show with an umbrella open blocking the view of others. That's all they ask. Kim and I usually get our shopping out of the way early for those items we've been waiting for from the vendors we want to meet. Then we follow our show schedule so we don't miss what we want to see. Now, the event's website usually has a schedule, so you can pre-plan these shows ahead of the day. There are several demonstrations, and it's a great opportunity for nonprofit groups to get the word out, like wildlife rescue, farms, and zoos. Now, for the guests, especially the kids, you can expect all kinds of petting areas and rides. Plus, it's history, so it's educational. Like this mustard making demonstration, and she even offered free samples.
A little bit of honey added to it.
Am I gonna need water?
Yeah. I have a Gatorade. That's what I learned to shoot a bow on.
Make you one. Yeah, that's got a, it's so.
This is our friend Wolf from Raven Wolf Forge. He's a smith, and he handcrafts everything metal. Tools, weapons, trinkets, you name it, Wolf can do it. Now our son is a welder and steelworker himself. He spent quite some time with Wolf, as he taught Connor about the old methods of crafting and forging steel. See, it was just pictures in a slideshow at Connor's school. But here, Wolf brings history to life. Now that is something he'll never forget. Wolf and his wife Raven live and travel full-time at festivals and fairs. Look them up and follow them on Facebook if you want to know what it's actually like to be a traveling performer. So there are literally hundreds of Renaissance-themed events in the United States each year. And basically it breaks down to 3 types of these festivals or fairs. The first are what we call the Big 6 Week. They're like amusement parks, built, licensed, and structured as such. Then there are festivals, like a medieval festival, cultural, commemorative, and these, like the Mississippi Renaissance Fair, which is a gathering of stalls. And here, you'll find better prices for the guests, and more sales for the vendors, because they don't have restrictive overhead charges or contracts.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. Them bricks is way too high, you need to cut it.
So if you're looking to shop, the big 6-week festivals are very expensive. But fairs like this, vendors can expect to sell more and guests can expect to pay less. It's a win-win for everyone.
Isn't that cool?
It is very cool.
Now, if you're interested in becoming a vendor, email the fair specifically. Have pictures of your products or store and be prepared to be in costume. Remember, since these are themed markets, you'll be expected to dress up and have an appropriately themed tent. You just have to ask the event organizers what's required. Now this event here, the Mississippi Renaissance Festival, it's in its 3rd year back since Hurricane Katrina closed its doors in 2005. It has a huge facility and plenty of room to grow and stretch out. So if you're interested in vending, whether it's your first time or you're a veteran merchant, this fair and the Arkansas Renaissance Festival are both taking applications. This is Smoke and Go from Long Beach, Mississippi. They're friends of ours who took our advice and applied to this fair. And they had a great time, great sales, and the guests said they had great prices and great food. See what I mean? It's a win-win. So why haven't you attended a Renaissance Festival yet? So do you have a talent? Are you a performer? Or you just want to see some cool and awesome performances? Either way, this is so much fun.
I've never been on live television before.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me.
Fire spinning, fire spitting, belly dancing, stilt walking, jousting. You get to see and be a part of so much at the fair.
Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can't never tell.
So I'm going back and forth here with my shots, because this is what it's like to be a performer looking into the crowd. And this is what I mean, that at a RenFaire, everyone gets to participate. So for the performer to see a crowd like this having fun and cheering, well, it's just the best feeling in the world, making people happy.
Biggest fool that's ever hit the big time. And all I gotta do is act naturally.
The Mississippi Renaissance Festival is unique in that it offers 3 camps: England, Scotland, Norway, and a bonus, Pirate Alley. Each represent their own place in history.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Piracy definitely has its place in history, and most scholars will assert that piracy began in the 14th century. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But that's not even remotely accurate. Great pirates like Sextus Pompeius, a Roman pirate and general, literally coined the term denarii in 44 to 43 BCE. So you think you know history? Well then come to the fair. You might learn a thing or two, or you could teach a thing or two.
Early in the morning.
Wish I could turn back time, make sense of time rewind. The risk was mine to take, and now I'm in the wake of my mistake.
The Mississippi hippie, I know you. Yes, I love you guys. Follow you all over the place. You all do a good job. Good to see you guys again.
Welcome to our freak show. Come meet my monsters. Oh, such a fine collection of strangest things. My patience running thinner on this melting clock. Cerebrum jail with thoughts most would consider odd.
And like I said before, these performers and artists like them travel the country, supporting literally hundreds of festivals, from amateur to professional productions like Cirque du Soleil. And for a $20 ticket or less, you won't be disappointed. At a festival, it's easier to meet the performers after the show, take pictures, get autographs. You may have no idea who's actually out there performing in front of you.
Monsters, oh, such a fine collection of stranger things. Please don't hide their imperfections. Nature took 2 tries to make the man in white. No, I don't mind.
The SCA is a reenactment group, and their membership is open to all. They have their own private events for members, and they also do demonstrations like this. They'll explain the armor, techniques, and period-based wartime methods. And it's always entertaining to see folks whack the crap out of each other, safely, and having fun doing it. That's always fun, but right next to that is the medieval torture demonstration. Yeah, so let's go get educated.
Your neck goes all the way down.
All the way through. Go glide. We can take it out now, though.
Grab your neighbor and stick him in there.
Like I said, you know, and a lot of this stuff was actually designed by the Catholic Church, you know. This here was designed for interrogation. So you put your legs in here and you start tightening it up. Then you have nails coming in through the front and through the back of your legs, right? Then you have the hot seat itself, sitting on that. Well, now they may go and take a rock and put the rock on your lap. So now you're getting that weight down more. All right? And now these were traditionally made out of metal, so they could take a pan of hot coals and slip it underneath the seat. Well, now what are you doing?
Now it's the hot seat.
Now you have the hot seat, right? As it heats up, right? So now you have liquids coming out of your body, hitting the hot plate. So now you're contending with that smell. Okay, eventually you're going to get to a point where your body can't control itself and it may wet itself. So now you're throwing water into them.
Now you're steaming them.
Yep, steam them.
So it's just one thing after another.
Okay, and as it was clamped down by your hand, they can take splinters and put up under your fingernails.
Oh, all right.
Or just make it that much more difficult for you to run because then shrews fiddle, which is another public human. So you go around like this, and you put your hands up there like that, you know.
Oh, okay.
And then you have this here, which is called the knee splitter. So basically, this goes around the knee, and as you tighten it up, eventually it's going to go ahead and shatter the knee.
So why haven't you attended a Renaissance fair? It's about more. You are more than just a guest, more than just a performer or vendor. It's about the people, and everyone is welcome at the RenFaire.
What's your name? Oh, Tom McDaniel.
Well,
Y'all enjoy all your videos.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Tom McDaniel. There you go, another Mississippi Gypsy.
Thank you.
Captain Davy and the Crossbones. This is Tony, and over here is Bandana Bunny. Playing a few more for you. This next one right here is called A Pirate's Story. That's right. It's a song all about mermaids or something. I don't know. It's called A Pirate's Story, though.
Your story of gold and silver and pirates on the sea who sailed the oceans of this world for treasures they retrieve. There be an island in the seas and treasures buried there. And many a pirates has looked for it, but they never found it clear. So take to the ship and sail with the wind upon the deep blue sea. With Spanish galleons they be weighed down with gold for you and me. Take out your colors, prepare to fight. The battle will be all right, and blood will flow from the jolly road. So pray with all your might, with gold and silver in our hold. We step into the sun. The seas be smooth and the winds be true. A pirate's night, will it mostly be fun? Hey, well, there's a booth over there that has freeze-dried desserts. Have you seen it? And candy. It's amazing. They have ice cream, lemon pie. They even have frozen, like freeze-dried Jolly Ranchers. Why don't you go over there and get some of those?
For more information on getting involved with festivals and fairs, reach out to the organizer sooner than later. Remember, is today one day or day one? And we hope to see you at the next RenFaire.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed